What's going on, everybody? I know over the last 3 months I wasn't able to post a video on my container garden, and there's two reasons behind that. One was illness, and the other was family issues. Family issues I'm not going to talk about, but the illness that I had was pretty bad, to the point where I had to be under like a health watch for 2 months. And even after the 2 months was up, it still took me another month to get back to normal. But it didn't stop what I plant in the container from growing. So, might as well gonna show you what's been growing. Before I got sick, I was able to plant some carrots. Now, during the time I planted carrots, it was still hot, so I didn't know if it was going to germinate or not. But as you can see, it not only germinated, but it did pretty well despite the weeds that was in there. Also, I tried a little bit of an experiment. Usually I don't put any potash in the carrots to see if it'll grow, but this time I actually did. So I am a little curious to find out how they turned out. So I'm going to pick one of them, if I can get it out. I said that's pretty good. Nice size, and I noticed there's a lot of roots coming out of a lot of little roots coming out of the carrot. So I'm not gonna put this on video, but I'm gonna go ahead and harvest the rest of the carrots out of this and show you the results. And here's the end result of the carrot harvest. Look like the potash experiment actually did work. Got some pretty long carrots. Thankfully, it didn't get damaged by any of the pests, and I'm going to utilize this for Thanksgiving dinner. I took up the other pepper plants in one of the other containers, and I left this pepper plant down to see if it'll actually develop any peppers. And so far, there's a good number of peppers on this plant. There's a pretty big one, well, look like it's pretty big on the bottom, and some small peppers left on the plant. I'm gonna go ahead and take this plant up, because in a couple of days the temperature is going to get down to, I would say, the low 20s. So this pepper plant is pretty much done for. So I'm not going to show the harvest, but I'm going to see if I have a good amount of peppers to process on this plant. And this is the result of my pepper harvest. There's a couple of peppers in there that's got some holes in it. I don't know if it's from insects or other things, but I'll check it out. If there are any insects in them, I'm going to have to compost it. But there's some three large ones in there. One of them got a hole in it right there. Hopefully there ain't no insects in them. Be a good pepper to process, but they look like it's pretty good. Just gonna have to see what I can do with them. Also, before I got sick, I was able to plant some collard greens. Out of the 6 collard greens that I did plant, only one was successful, and this is the collard green that was pretty successful throughout the fall growing season. Even though it was neglected, it did fairly well. So I'm gonna harvest this and try to enjoy it, even though it's not going to fill up a pot. But the surprising thing is right beside the collard green, this is a potato plant. Now, earlier this year when I harvested my potatoes, I must have left one of the seed potatoes behind after cleaning out the container, and it pretty much grew over the last 3 months. Now, I'm not going to film this off, film the harvest off camera. I'm going to do this on camera. So after I harvest the collard green, I'm going to see, as also you're going to see, if there's any potatoes under this plant. Okay, the collard green is gone. Now let's see if there's any potatoes under here. Whoops, broke the plant. Broke the stem, but anyway. Yeah, that looked like a worm. I don't think there's anything in here. Nope. Nothing in here. Well, I guess potatoes don't grow in the fall. There's no potatoes in there. So, we'll have to wait till next year. And that's it for my garden update and subsequent harvest. It's the last garden update and harvest for the year. Depending on how things go for next year, I should start my garden sometime either in February or March. And hopefully I'll actually have a good growing year. So, if you like what you see, leave a like. If you have questions, comments, leave it in the comment section. Happy Thanksgiving. That's it for now, and happy gardening.